Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about what you should start off with if you've just started your self-improvement journey and you're still quite young. So let's say you're 16 years old and you're just getting into self-improvement and you don't know what to do. You could still start off with this kind of thing if you're 18, 19, 20 and you have a bit of money saved up. If you don't have a bit of money saved up, but this is what I would recommend that you do when you first start off on your self-improvement journey and you kind of develop this as you go on and you start doing other things. So the first steps I would take if I was 16 years old currently, I would do three things. So I'd get a 9 to 5 job that I can have in my, not necessarily a 9 to 5, but a job that I can do in my spare time when I'm outside of school, and this would just give me some sort of income to come in, and I'd prioritise saving up £8,000 to £12,000. This would be my priority from the age of 16 to when I finish school and formal education that I have to go to. So I'd prioritise saving up as much money as I can. And this would be so that when you do finish school, you can then afford to take time off from having a job, and you don't have to go to uni. You can then invest that 8 to 12,000 in courses, mentorships, traveling, life experiences, where you can then go and develop the life skills that you need to go and do what you want to do. So with that 8 to 12,000, you could then go and spend it on video editing courses, you could spend it on networking groups, you could spend it on masterminds for how to build a personal brand, how to make courses, how to do video editing, how to do sales, how to get an appointment setting job, how to get a remote closer job. All of these different types of things, you can get courses on them, get masterminds on them. You could join specific groups that are related to the topics you want to become more knowledgeable in. So first thing I'd say, so get your 9 to 5 job. So then once you finish education, you have a saved up money, a kind of backing where you can take time away from having a job and then invest all of your time into learning a skill or that kind of thing. Next, I'd say work out, do exercise, and it doesn't have to be something too strict, but doing some sort of regular weight training. So start to build a good physique, do all your heavy compounds, so your squat, bench and deadlift, and then do a mix of hypertrophy work. But you're also going to want to implement cardiovascular exercise, so running, rowing, swimming, any kind of exercise that's really going to train that cardiovascular system. So it could be doing sprints, but it could be cycling, whatever you can fit in and whatever works best for you. And this is just going to really help you build your overall health and your confidence, and it's going to teach you discipline and consistency and how much of a difference that would make. So being disciplined and consistent is very important, as we talked about in the last YouTube video, and it's basically you learn through having to go to the gym day in, day out and do all the training that it's not just going to happen after a few sessions. It takes months and maybe years of dedication for you to achieve the goal that you want to achieve. So do lots of exercise, weight training and cardiovascular training, and you've got to do some sort of functional training, maybe do a combat sport as well, be it boxing, kickboxing, MMA, Muay Thai. Just find something else that works for you. You could do 3 gym sessions a week, and then you could do cardio 1 day a week, and then 1 or 2 sessions of boxing. And you could do that the cardio with 1 day that you're doing boxing, and you could do from your 2 boxing sessions, your combat sessions, one could be technical stuff and the other one could be sparring. And there you go. And then you've got your 3 full body workouts, or you could do 4 full body workouts if you really wanted to. Depends what works for you and how much free time you have. So if you are still in school and you're in 5 days a week, then I'd say during those 5 days, you can spend it doing 3 days doing gym, doing weight training, 2 days doing fighting and boxing, and then weekends you can take off to work, do reading, and learn a high value skill, be it sales, video editing, copywriting, that kind of thing. Learn a skill so that you can then start to implement that when you finish your education. So one thing I mentioned there is doing a lot of reading. and this is going to really help you kind of grow your experience and knowledge in the areas that you want to grow in, without having to go and do all the different life experience things, go through all the different life experiences. So this is going to be really kind of beneficial for someone that's really young and they don't have the money to go traveling yet and go through all these different experiences. So just go read instead, and you're going to get some value, if not the same value, from those experiences, but just from reading a book instead. And it may take a while for you to find the right book that really that you can relate to, that really works and says everything the way, so you can feel it and relate to it the right way. And it may take time to find that book, but when you do, it'll make a hell of a difference, and you'll then benefit from it a lot more in the long term. So job, work out, read, and learn a high value, high income skill. So once you've done these, so you've done the working out, you've developed a good physique, and you have the confidence that you should have as a young person, you've done the job, and you've developed and saved up a good backing of finance, so you can then take time off once you finish education to go into whatever job you want. And then you've done all the reading and you've developed that high income skill, so that when you do come out of education, you know where to go and what to go into, and you know how to go about it, and you've developed the skills you want to develop, and you've got the knowledge in the areas that you need through doing reading and watching all the right videos and that kind of thing. So just obviously take this with a pinch of salt and do whatever you want to do, but this is what I would recommend. This is what I would do if I could go back to being 16. I'm still only 18, but I would spend the next 2 years, if I was 16 right now, I'd spend the next 2 years working out, 9-to-5 job, reading, learning a high value skill. Do those 4 things, completely obsess over it. And I'm not saying don't focus on school, but do the minimum required to get through. Yeah, obviously that's not saying just completely ignore everything, but if your parents want you to go through it and do X, Y, and Z, then just do it to make them happy and keep them quiet in that kind of thing. If you know there's more out for you, then do your college, do your school, and get the grades you need to almost make it look like you're going to go on to university or college or whatever it is. And then you can, when you are 18, when you finish that school phase, that high school, you can then realise, okay, well, I've now developed this skill, I'm going into this, mum, dad, I'm making money, I don't need to go to uni or college. And then you can talk to them about it then, when they realise, when they have the proof, when you have the proof that you don't need a more formal education, which is going to cost you more long term. So there we go. That's what we've talked about today. So work out, job, read, high value skill, get them all nailed down, and by the time you're 18, you'll be in such a better position than you can even think of. And that's all it is for today. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.